Ever feel like you're never really alone, even when your home is totally empty?
Oh, I know that feeling.
Well, it might not just be you. We're talking microscopic roommates, dust mites.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And today, we're taking a deep dive into their world. You guys sent in a ton of research on this. Clearly, you're not afraid to get up close and personal with these tiny critters.
Some might even call it creepy.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
We're going to uncover what they are, how they survive off of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard that right. And why they cause so much trouble.
It's more than just a sneeze, right?
Oh, way more. And get this, we'll even talk about how dust mites are helping solve crimes.
Now that's just wild.
Okay, so let's get right to it. First things first, what exactly are house dust mites? I always thought they were like tiny insects.
Nope, not even close.
Really?
This house dust mites research paper set me straight. They're arachnids.
Arachnids, like spiders.
It's exactly closer to spiders and ticks than anything crawling around in your pantry. And their life cycle, it's pretty amazing for something so small. Eggs, larvae, different nymph stages, all before they're fully grown.
So it's like a whole little metamorphosis, but we just never see it.
Exactly. They're practically invisible, something like 1/4 of a millimeter long. Good luck trying to spot that.
That's crazy. I mean, this deep look video I saw, it said something about 1,000,000 dust mites can live off the skin just one person sheds in a day.
It's true.
So gross, but also kind of fascinating.
It is. We're talking a whole ecosystem thriving off of us, and those dead skin cells we just shed without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's their main food source.
So we're not just sharing our homes, we're basically running a 247 every day.
Pretty much. And like any good diner, dust mites have their favorite spots.
Right. This house dust mite study, it said they love warmth and humidity.
Oh, absolutely. Give them like 70 to 80% humidity. They are happy campers, which I guess explains why my allergies are always so bad. I live in a super humid climate.
So you're saying it's basically a dust mite paradise?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on carpets and bedding.
Oh no, the bedding. That's where they love to hang out, right?
Oh, yeah. I was reading this guide, How to Reduce the Level of Dust Mites in Your Home, and it said a typical mattress can have, are you ready for this? Up to 2 million dust mites.
2 million.
Yeah.
That's not even sharing a bed anymore. That's like a full-blown invasion.
Makes you think twice, doesn't it?
Definitely. Okay, 2 million. That's a lot to unpack. But even more than the sheer number, it's the fact that these little guys aren't exactly the best roommates. Hello, allergies.
Yeah, they definitely don't win any popularity contests. And the House Dust Mites research, it actually says it's not the mites themselves that are the problem.
What do you mean? I thought they were the ones making us sneeze.
Well, they play a part, but it's mostly their droppings. Specifically, the stuff they use to digest their food, those digestive enzymes, those are the real allergy triggers.
So it's like not the dust mite, but what it leaves behind?
Exactly. And this guide I was looking at, How to Reduce the Level of Dust Mites in Your Home, it was saying those allergens, they can stick around even after you, like wash your sheets or vacuum.
So even if you get rid of the mites, the problem's still there.
Pretty much. And it's not just sneezing either. Itchy eyes, runny nose. For some people, it can even trigger asthma.
That's scary.
It can be really serious, especially the breathing problems, Makes it hard to catch your breath. Even skin problems like eczema can flare up.
I had no idea it was so intense. This house dust mites study, I think it mentioned something about treatments.
Yeah, like allergy shots. It's called allergen immunotherapy.
Allergy shots, what's that all about?
So basically, they give you tiny doses of the allergen in this case, dust mite stuff over time, kind of like introducing it to your immune system little by little.
So your body kind of gets used to it and doesn't freak out as much.
It's like desensitizing. But that's more of a long-term thing. In the moment, you're probably reaching for the antihistamines.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, but now for the part I've been dying to hear about. How on earth do these microscopic creatures end up helping solve crimes? It sounds crazy.
It does, doesn't it? But it makes sense when you think about it. So, as we know, dust mites, they're everywhere, right? But this house dust mites research, it says different types thrive in different places.
So like a dust mite that likes your bathroom is different from one hanging out in the living room.
Exactly. So if they find a type of mite at a crime scene that shouldn't be there, red flag.
That's so cool.
It's like a little clue. Plus, remember how they eat our skin? That means they're leftovers.
That just remind me.
Well, those leftovers, they can contain traces of our DNA.
Wait, really?
Yep. So investigators, they can analyze that, see if it matches any suspects or victims.
It's like having a secret witness, but microscopic.
Exactly. And because nobody really thinks about dust mites, they can provide evidence that other stuff might miss.
This is blowing my mind. It's like something out of a movie.
Right. Sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction.
Okay, so before we get totally lost in the world of microscopic CSI, maybe we should take a minute to recap. Bring it all home for everyone.
Always a good idea.
So, dust mites. Not what we thought, right? Turns out they're not insects after all.
Nope, arachnids, little cousins of spiders hanging out in our homes, and their whole life cycle. Eggs, larvae, the different nymph stages. Pretty amazing when you think about it all happening at that tiny scale.
And happening everywhere. I mean, 2 million in a mattress? That's just wild.
Yeah, definitely makes you want to change your sheets more often.
Tell me about it. But even if you're super clean, those allergens they create, the digestive enzymes, those can linger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing about dust mite allergies. It's not always about the mites themselves, but what they leave behind. And those allergens can really do a number on people's systems.
No kidding. From sneezing to asthma to even skin issues, it's more than just a little sniffle for a lot of folks. But then we get to the really wild part, the forensic science.
It's crazy, right? These tiny creatures we can barely even see, they could be holding the key to solving a crime.
It's all about the details. Like you were saying, different mites prefer different environments. So finding the wrong kind of dust mite at a crime scene could be a major clue.
Exactly. And then there's the DNA they pick up from eating our skin. Who knew our dust bunnies could be such good detectives?
Right. It's like this whole hidden world we never think about, but it's there, leaving behind clues all the time. It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is. Shows you how much we miss just going about our day.
Totally. But before we wrap things up, there's one last thing I keep thinking about. You know how we're all trying to make our homes healthier these days?
Sure, like with ventilation, getting rid of mold.
Exactly. But what if, and I know this might sound strange, what if by getting rid of stuff like mold, we're actually making our homes even more attractive to dust mites?
That is an interesting thought. Like we're clearing out the competition, giving them more space to thrive.
It's like a microscopic game of musical chairs,
Yeah.
One unwanted guest moves out and another one takes their place. Makes you wonder about all the things we don't even consider, even when we're trying to do the right thing.
Definitely something to ponder. It's a good reminder that everything's connected, even in ways we don't always see.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, everyone. Your deep dive into the weird, wild world of dust mites. Thanks for coming along for the ride.